They did it. Hello, citizens of the multiverse, and welcome to Dark Knight Nation for our review of SHAZAM. Now, of course, the movie hasn't actually come out yet officially, so this is going to be a non-spoiler conversation with you guys. Now, if you've never been to the channel before, what we like to do is dissect comic books, analyze characters, and really break down the things that you love about comic books and their adaptations, namely, of course, movies, television, so on and so forth. DC Entertainment and Warner Brothers made a little movie called SHAZAM. There was obviously a lot of speculation going into this, seeing that DC has not had a fantastic track record. However, we seem to be on an upward trend with Aquaman. And let me say this right off the bat. SHAZAM is my favorite DC Cinematic Universe movie, no questions asked. This movie accomplishes more than you would ever think it would. And the beautiful thing is, it's SHAZAM! I never thought in my life that this early in a cinematic universe, I mean, it's been a while, but in terms of like how many movies we've gotten, like we are getting a SHAZAM movie, and it was so good. The casting was spectacular, and there was a chemistry between every single character, whether it was the different foster children, whether it was Billy and Freddy, or Billy as, SHAZAM, as I don't want to say Captain Marvel, but, as the superhero. It was so seamless, and there was so much heart in this movie. I love this triad between Zachary, Levi as SHAZAM, Asher Angel as Billy Batson, and Jack Grazer as Freddie Freeman. It was so seamless because for us, really, Freddie is us. We are the ride-along character, and just the interaction that he has with both Asher Angel as Billy Batson and Zachary Levi as SHAZAM, it doesn't feel like a different character. And that's obviously what they're supposed to be doing. A good buddy of mine, Tyson, from whatever the show, who collaborates with me on a number of different like movie-related discussions, brings up the fact that DC has really just been embracing the fact that this all comes from a comic book. Marvel kind of takes the comic books and put them in a Hollywood perspective. But really here, and again, I totally agree with this, that DC is just really embracing and leaning into the comic book origin. This movie was so comic book, and it worked so well. The story was such a fun ride. It is so Jeff Johns SHAZAM. So Jeff Johns SHAZAM, and I don't want to reveal anything because, frankly, this movie did something that I never, ever thought they would actually do. And it did have a post-credit scene that played with a character that I also did not think we were going to be seeing this soon. So it gets me super, super excited for what's moving forward. I just can't believe how much I like this movie. I have not had this much fun in a movie in a while. And the beautiful thing is, there was a little bit of contrast. There was a lot of heart, a little bit of tragedy, emotional turmoil. There is a lot to look at when it comes to the character of Billy Batson and his circumstances, of course, as well as Freddie Freeman being crippled and all of the foster children. But I love that they were able to take these characters as individuals and as an ensemble, and they worked in every single way that they possibly could. This movie it delivers. It delivers everything I wanted from it, and really just gets me excited to read comic books. It gets me excited to see where this universe is going to be going forward, and excited obviously for a freaking sequel. It was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Also, the comedy was awesome. It was a little bit quirky at times, but I think that really helped push forward the direction of the movie. This movie is comic book quirkiness at its finest. It's something that I've said on multiple different discussions with multiple different people, saying that there are some things in comic books that you can't do in movies, and vice versa. But this movie does a lot of things that I don't think I would have liked in a movie otherwise. it really just leaned into the heritage and the legacy of the comic book storylines. I'm sorry. It just delivers this amazing package with joy and heart and stakes and drama and family. It really highlights the building and breaking of bonds and relationships. It just really drives home this sense of family and belonging. And as corny as that could have been, it felt really right for me. I had an absolute blast watching this movie. I can't wait for it to come out in theaters again, because you better bet that I will give this movie box office money opening weekends, no questions asked. This movie should make $1 billion, more than $1 billion, because it is phenomenal. DC and Warner Brothers took a step in the right direction. Also, let me say, Mark Strong as Dr. Sivana was kind of terrifying at times. He's just really, really aggressive and just deliberate in what he's doing in this film. And I loved Mark Strong's portrayal. I thought that he did a great job really, really pushing the villain. Although, again, this movie does take a little bit from that early Marvel formula where we're going to focus on the characters and the main cast of characters around our protagonist, more so than the villain. But I think Mark Strong as Dr. Sivana really did what he needed to do in this movie. I don't know, I mean, the fact that we took that time away from the villain and focused really heavy on our main characters of Zachary, Levi, and Asher Angel, it made them so endearing. It made the relationship that they had with the foster kids and the rest of the cast endearing. And I grew to love these characters and the actors that are playing them in such a short amount of time. Go see this movie. I don't care if you didn't want to see it going into it. I don't care if you were, I love that you would be hyped going into it. But like, regardless, go see this movie. It is for everybody. This movie is for everybody. Take your kids, your nephews, whoever. Just go see this movie. It was a blast. An absolute blast. And, you know, I assume that there are a lot of you guys that are going to be watching this that have never read a Shazam comic. Well, I got something for you. I'm going to let you guys get a chance to enter to win a free digital copy of Jeff Johns' Shazam #1. It is the current series on the shelves right now. As of me recording this, I believe we're on issue 4, so it's going to be easy enough for you to catch back up into. I have had a blast reading this series, and it does include a lot of the characters that they played with in the film, so it'd be a great way to get a feel for this world. All you have to do is like this video, subscribe down below to my channel, and let me know down in the comments below what your thoughts are going into Shazam if you haven't seen it already, and what you're expecting out of this movie, man. Because this, for me, it did everything I wanted it to do. It really just took the moments in the trailers and made them feel better and so much more organic. You know, once you see them in context, it just gets better and better. And I love how we are going to have a tremendous cast of characters to develop from here on out. And I am just excited to see the interactions between all of them and the story that these creatives have left to tell. David Sandberg, fantastic job. You made a great Shazam movie. You did it. If I had to give this movie a rating upon the first viewing, it's got to be at least an 8.5 out of 10 for me. I really, really enjoyed this film. DC and Warner Brothers and David Sandberg and the cast and the writers just cracked the code. We made comic book movie with an emphasis on comic book. And it's before we got a great Batman movie in this universe, before we got, you know, a great Justice League movie in this universe. In my opinion, I think it blows Captain Marvel out of the water. And I enjoyed Captain Marvel, but this blows it out of the water. Make sure to go see this movie. And of course, make sure to enter in to win a free digital copy of Shazam #1, courtesy of my sponsor, AJ's Comics. Links in the description below to find both of our Twitters as well as their website so that you can go pick up some awesome, awesome reading material to get into Shazam before you see the movie. Now, thank you guys so much for watching our non-spoiler review of Shazam. I really appreciate all the support and all of the love and all of the feedback on the videos that we make. If you enjoyed this, please make sure to like this video, subscribe down to the channel for more great geeky content like this, and let us know down in the comments below what you're expecting going into Shazam. I really enjoyed it clearly, and I hope you guys do too. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and this is going to be Dark Knight Nation signing out.